Welcome to the 2026 Africa Liberty Camp, which is taking place in Entebbe at Kauku Scripture Union campsite. So today is day one of the camp, and the campers have arrived. They are eager to know what liberty is all about, because in the camp we are going to discuss free market ideas, and the environment is serene. It calls for innovation. When you look at it, the water is welcoming. We are having space for sports. We are having a campfire. So this campfire is going to bring up that kind of native storytelling where people are going to bring on ideas and express how they feel, because it helps us understand why they are in the camp, and it helps us to direct them on the right way. The campers have arrived. They are very excited, and they are from different parts of Africa. We have those that are representing Congo, we have those from South Sudan, we have those from Uganda. So combining different ideas in the continent of Africa is going to bring up a big sphere, and how we can forward these ideas and how they can bring a prosperous Africa.
Well, my name is Odong Arthur, a team member of Affodi Uganda, a think tank, a market think tank in the country. Well, for this purpose, we are for the Africa Liberty Camp 2026, which is actually the 11th edition of the Liberty Camp. This is a convening that brings together pro-liberty, pro-freedom thinkers, and also those who are not pro-liberty, but rather with the aim of training, skilling, and inspiring them into the ideas of freedom and liberty. Well, today is the second impactful day. From yesterday, that was the arrival day and had some few engagements. Today is full of details and engagements, different sessions, panels, and great speakers, global speakers that are here to really inspire our youthful generation and leaders with the ideas of freedom and liberty. Ideas that have been so broad and spanned. Topics have been so important. Handling aspects of how AI actually could either be a threat or an opportunity to be utilized in a free and prosperous Africa, and also trying to picture into AI whether artificial intelligence or AI is a threat to the human freedoms or not. Not only that, there has been a lot of inspirations or trying to detach the dependency on the state and the government, but rather encouraging our participants to be responsible, to carry that personal responsibility of making a life and success that they want for themselves. Not only that, there has been a lot of sharing of background stories and histories and the vision that the Africa Liberty Camp holds to really make the best not only for Africa, but also in the lives of the individuals that are attending with us. Africa Liberty Camp is that great and potential place that is much positioned to raise the best, promising, philosophical and practical generational thinkers who believe and uphold the idea that free individuals create free societies, and free societies create free enterprises, thereby creating free markets where everyone flourishes to create a free and prosperous Africa. Thanks very much. Keep watching. Next time, Africa Liberty Cup 2027 will come bigger and better. I remain Odong Arthur, an organizer and a partner and the team member of Action for Development Initiative, acronym that's Affodi Uganda.
It has been a very fun experience, networking at its most, getting solutions to the problems that Africans, the young generations, are facing. I call upon every African, every young youth, I call upon every person that needs to come and know about libertarians. This is the 11th Liberty Camp, and on this we are celebrating that 250 years of the wealth of Adam Smith, and he has been very key in our economic life as Ugandans and as Africans and the world at large.
When we meet in these places that challenge most times our limiting beliefs, the things that have been told to us from the start, the scripts that have been written for us, we start challenging them, and we are reminded that we have the freedom to choose, that we also have the freedom to create our own future. For me, it means a lot, and I am just excited. I can't wait for the next day. Thank you so much, the organizers of the Africa Liberty Camp.
Africa Liberty and Camp. I must assume all of us know Africa, right? Yes, let me assume we all know Africa, and then let me assume we all know literally the word camp. So let me focus a little bit about liberty, okay? Liberty, and try to bring a small highlight as we go into discussions. The discussions may get deeper and going into entrepreneurship, going into leadership and the likes, but then it is key to know the birthing factor that is liberty. Now, to begin with, liberty is a political philosophy. Now, when I come like that, at times now start envisioning it. I think we have a political scientist here, Ellen. You know, when we talk about politics, most times some of us want to only look at the electoral drama, you know, MPs getting out of parliament when they're not in agreement with staff and the likes.
If we say, let us put a law which makes everyone equal, the force which lives within these people, the motivation and that self-interest cannot be made equal. Because once we make it equal, we are going to kill the energy, the talents, and then we shall end up in a society which cannot innovate, which cannot discover, which does not allow being different. And so I accepted that inequality is part of nature. It's not created by a policy, and we shouldn't think of a policy. That was me after getting introduced into those ideas. And this was not importing ideas from outside, but it was discovering how life is. It was discovering nature, and it was also discovering what I call the individualism, which lives in all of us.
AI is so good at giving you the output you've asked for. But when it comes to it noticing that, I think looking at the kind of market that we are targeting right now, this kind of content will not land so well. It is very poor at that. Very, very poor at that. And if, let's say, before AI, one of the things that most people in marketing used to struggle with, it is how do you create a lot of content that sells all the time? Like if you're telling me to keep creating content every single day that sells, it was one of the hardest things. That's one thing that AI can do very well. Okay, not one that sells, but if you just want content. AI can do that so well.
Right, it's morning this side where I am. Hello everyone, I'm Nyakato Emilian, a student at Chambogo University and a student for Liberty Local Coordinator. I'm here at the Africa Liberty Camp 2026, and I want to take this opportunity to thank the organizers of the camp. It is really an amazing time being here. We are getting to learn different things. I thank the different partners, the Tindo, the Ale, the Afodi, the Students for Liberty, and many others. Thank you very much for this opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity for us, the youth, and different people who are here. What I've learned so far is, first, self-awareness. We have to be self-aware if we need to see change in the community. When you conduct a SWOT analysis on yourself, it helps you to appreciate the other people the way they are. And after doing that, it will be easier to live in a community, to engage with different people in the society, different cultures, different religions, since the community is always made up of different kinds of people. So The second thing I've learned so far is it all begins with yourself. If you have the opportunity or you have the capacity to do something, please don't wait for someone else. Don't wait for the government to take it on for you. Yet you have the capability or the capacity to do it. And lastly, I want to thank all the organizers, and I call on more and more people to always participate in such things. You trust me, you will live better than you came, because I really didn't know a lot about myself, like getting to interact with people from different cultures, different organizations. It has helped me widen my knowledge on how people perceive different aspects in life.
My name is Owori John Masanja, a student from Chambogo University and also a member of Freedom Hive Uganda. I thank the Africa Liberty Camp for holding such a great occasion, together with partnership with Afodi, Aled, Mutindo, and all other organizations that have come up with such a great occasion to see that they empower and impact meaningful, maybe to see how the future of the youths of Africa can be great. I am so humbled that at least Africa is now rising up to realize how powerful youths are, because indeed, I always believe that we youths are the engines of every society, and if someone comes up and takes an initiative to empower us, that is something that I can't go without appreciating or saying thanks to them, because indeed it is, learning never ends, and every time you learn. For example, what we are learning here today from here at Africa Liberty Camp, entrepreneurship, which is something that many youths don't take it as something serious, but indeed it's something that is impactful to our lives. We need to know how best can we go with this entrepreneurship matter and to make us have a better life in Africa here. You know, these elites, few of them care about us. Few of them mind of how our future can look in Africa here. But I thank such people who come up and say, no, we can change things, and they believe in change. And change can happen if we come up and continue having such organizing, and maybe to see that we empower youths. I'm so humbled and I'm grateful for that. I have learned a lot. I've learned that profit is a moral reward that is given to risk takers. We youth should learn to be risk takers, you know. Sometimes we fear taking up risks, and because the more you take risks, that is the only way how you will have a testimony that the risk I took is the product you see right now is out of a risk that I took. So never fear to take up a risk. At the end, you'll get a profit, and that profit is the reward that you acquire.
It's government expenditures. Now, where does government get money to spend? From you! But somehow, if government doesn't spend enough, GDP is lower. No, it's the well-being of people is higher because the government's taking less from them. Now, in other words, GDP is biased towards a collective, the government. It exaggerates the importance of the government to our lives. But our lives are not made better by the government per se, they could be. But in many instances, they're made worse. Because they take away from us and give us less back. They give us terrible roads, underperforming public schools, lack of security. Right? And we suffer.
Hi everyone, my name is Nachimera Veronica. I'm a law student, year 4 at Islamic University in Uganda. I would like to thank the sponsors who sponsored the 11th African Liberty Camp and enabled me to be part of this. Actually, I've learned a lot of this. I've got a lot of ideas from this camp, and some of the things that we studied about, it was about individualism, socialism, rule of law, and many others. We are able to interact with different people from different countries, from Congo, from very many countries. And as a student, what I learned the most is that equality, yes, we need equality in the country, and we normally talk about equality, but it starts with us as individuals.
50 students from universities across Africa have been able to come and participate in learning, in discussing, in exploring the ideas which are going to build a very prosperous future of Africa. And we are grateful that our speakers, teachers, and also discussants have been able to inspire students and provoke them to understand why Africa needs its institutions like property rights, like free markets, so that we can be able to also create this wealth through trade, through using land and utilizing it with strong tenure system. So it's very great. As you see the young people, they are excited, and we believe they're going to be the pioneers of this free society we have been pushing for, we have been promoting for the last 11 years. And we are so grateful that, as usual, the African Liberty Camp has been convened and organized by libertarian organizations, which are led or co-founded by the alumni of the African Liberty Camps, which have been happening. So we believe Africa has a bright future if the young people and if the students are able to understand that the problem of Africa has been over-dependency on government, on foreign aid, and then they start looking at how they can change the society and their lives using the resources around them without these barriers which have been posing in their way as they try to trade, as they try to start businesses, as they try to use their skills to create value which can be exchanged with the other. So we appreciate, as we celebrate the 250 years of the Wealth of the Nation, this seminal work, which was written by Adam Smith. So we believe tomorrow we have the last day, and it has been at a very beautiful place you see here at the showers of Lake Victoria at our campsite, and it has been very amazing. We believe ideas are going to be turned into life. The ideas are going to become and connect to life, and Africans will live freely and also prosper. That's our story of Africa Liberty Camp.